morning. Happy Monday. It's the start of a new glorious week. Hopefully. Let's see. I am. It's my first exercise coming back from vacation. Had a small vacation there last week, so um, missed 3 days of working out, and I really missed them. It was hard not to work out and take that time off. I definitely struggle with going on vacation. There's this worry that you're going to miss out on your growth and your gains, and I think it's important to just do it and not think about it. I think taking vacation and time off and not stressing about working out while you're with your family is important. I haven't said it in a while, but one of the things that I do want to be consistent with working out is not having it take away from being a good husband, being a good dad, being present with my family. I feel like sometimes, especially when it comes to weight loss and watching your diet, it's easy to get extreme and to kind of it's easy to get extreme and have it affect your mental or emotional state. And when you have kids, it's not something that's fair to them. You can't be crabby and upset with your kids because you are starving. So um, that's something that's really important to me is being a good dad. And so going on vacation and stuff and having fun and um, you know not stressing over how many calories you're eating, just eating, enjoying the time. I think it's important. I think it's important to be able to take those times. So I did that, and then was really excited about working out today. But 2 days ago, somehow I pinched a nerve in my lower back. So I am going to be working out. I'm going to be doing what I can, trying not to do anything that's going to hurt my back worse, so that I can be back to full steam quickly. So today is normally bicep day and doing abs. I am going to be strictly doing abs, or not. Sorry, I'm not going to be doing abs today. Also, I'm streaming earlier in the morning. My wife has a lot to do at work, so we are doing this early so we can get her out of the house earlier so she can have fun at work. Here we go. I start with 10-pound curls. See how this feels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm TimE. By the way, okay. I'm TimE. I want to bring that bench over. So just a little relief. I'll put it down on the ground. I'm telling you, man, having your back go out sucks. But it's not as bad as in the past when I've had to go to work with it being out. Six, 7, 8, 9. I had a really good vacation. I had a lot of fun with the kids. Went to the snow. Um, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did inner tubing. That was a lot of fun. Um, we're kind of shocked because where we went prior to going, we had heard about all this record like snowfall they were having, and we thought it would be snowier down in the valley where we were at, but it wasn't. So we had to go back up into the mountains to find a place to go. But we found a place. It was fun. The first like part of the day, the first part of the day was better. I guess they only rent you out tubes. You can't take like a saucer or anything into the snow where we went. So, oh, good morning to whoever was there. Good morning. Um, so we did inner tubes going down the hill, and that was a lot of fun. Kids had never been snow tubing before. It's funny as because my kids aren't like huge, we spend not a lot of time. Um, we spend not as much time in the snow as we will when they're older, but it's probably good because there wasn't a lot to do with inner tubes. That side of like wanting to push it and do more and more crazy stuff with inner tube was there for me. Like there's some activities I can only do for so long before I start to do stupid stuff. And inner tubing is one of them. Give me enough time, I'm gonna figure out some fantastic way to hurt myself. At some point, you would figure I would grow up enough to be a responsible adult and not do anything stupid. But I haven't reached that point yet. And by golly, if there was a way to hurt yourself with the inner tube on a slope, I would have found it. Whoever's watching, do you ever make it to the snow? if you're able to chat. I like the snow. I think it's mostly because I've never had to actually live in it. I like visiting the snow. I think living in snow would be rough. Yeah, I could do that living in the snow. Oh, it's around 40 pounds. I want to be able to beat what I did last week, but you know where my back is at. I just need to be careful and smart. All right. So I'm lean with it a little bit. I think today is gonna be rough, diet wise. I've kind of just let the last, few days just run wild on eating. Well, for 3 days for sure. For 2 days, not so bad, but having to get that dialed in. All right, let's do this. Come on. that's ugly. I know. I know. Oh, that's very ugly. That was very ugly in the end there. I'm gonna do one more set of as much as I can do. Well, I'm gonna stop before it gets that ugly. Oh, okay. Sometimes, man, you just have to call it and be honest with yourself. Not hurt yourself. Seeing as I'm already hurt, it's probably going to be smarter. I'm gonna take ibuprofen before I start working out today, but I forgot. I'm like the worst. Not the worst, but I'm not fantastic at taking care of myself. Definitely understand how they say that, like married people outlive single people. Because if it wasn't for my wife, I definitely wouldn't do as good of a job. Taking care of myself. I had 21 minutes to get this done. I'm trying not to be discouraged right now with the way this workout is going. Try not to let like not feeling as good from eating bad bother me. Trying to not feel like taking so many days off was a mistake. Trying to stay positive and not beat myself up unnecessarily. It can be hard, though. I don't do well with being hurt. I hate admitting like weakness and that I can't like do something. I hate it. And it's really frustrating. I had an old roommate that it's like he like gloried in being sick because like different girls would come and like take care of him. People would take care of him, and he's the biggest baby. Anytime he was sick, and it was always so disgusting to me. But yeah, asking for help or letting someone take care of you always, I never. It's not my thing. When I was like 18 or 19, I had my wisdom teeth pulled out. I had all four of them done at one time, and they said like, oh, like it's a you need to, you know, relax and chill and don't go back to work right away. And my mom and dad lived in the same town. I was going to college. I was going to college and working at the time. It was actually during a break, um, but I still lived at the college. I went to and worked there during the breaks. But my mom and dad, I went and stayed with my mom. Mom, you know, took me to get my wisdom teeth pulled, and then I went home with them and spent that night as the drugs wore off with them, and I could barely handle being taken care of then. It was so frustrating. I hate being babied. And even though I wasn't supposed to go back to work the next day, and it's not fun, I was like, oh, I gotta go back to work. I'm going back to work. people talk about like working, you know, the classic story of the guy that works until he like drops dead or he retires and like a week later he's dead. I don't know if that's going to necessarily be me, but I know that it'll be rough to like finally like call it quits on working and retiring. I'm gonna have to have something to do. Personally, though, I think that retirement is not going to be an option for a lot of us. We may work less when we get older, but I think everyone's going to have to work a lot longer. I may work less and less as I get older, but I think I'll work for a long time, especially since I'm out of the workplace now for about 4 years and raising my kids. I definitely have to make up for that. And this giant hole in my resume for however long it takes to get my kids into a spot where I can go back to work. As soon as I can, I will. I'm very grateful to my wife. I appreciate all that she does and how she provides for the family. But I'd like to I'd like to provide for the family as well and do my part. That's where I think teaching my kids to be responsible is going to be so important because the sooner they can, be a little self-sufficient, the easier it'll be to go. Start out at least getting a part-time job, something to do while they go to school. Or I could do what my dad did and get a graveyard job. Just wouldn't be new. I worked grave. Most of the time I was going to college, I worked graves. The easiest way to maintain a class schedule is to work graves. It's gonna get a little ugly there. My kid is awake. At 8 minutes. As I said, this is gonna be a shorter workout today. I started an hour early. We gotta finish at an earlier time as well. Alright, so that was set 9 at 30 pounds. 30-pound dumbbells. 9 was the goal. I didn't get as much done with the 40 pounds as I wanted to. Last week, I did for 40 pounds, 3 sets of 8, and 1 set of 7 this week. Thanks to probably most of my not wanting to risk jacking my back anymore. I did 3 sets of 40 pounds, 3 sets of 8, and then 1 set of 3. And this is going to be once. All right, I was gonna close out with five sets of 10 and 20 pounds, but I'm out of time. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, and God bless. Sincerely.